The views and opinions expressed on the following program are not necessarily those of the staff and management of Salem Media of Hawaii.
Welcome to Generations Radio, where the focus is on our seniors and their families. We are here each Saturday afternoon from 5 until 6 p.m., bringing you resourceful information with our radio team of professionals in the field of aging. Stay with us for the next 1 hour as we explore different ways to make life more exciting and meaningful for our extraordinary seniors. Right here on AM 690 The Answer. And now, here is our host and the publisher of Generations Magazine, Percy Ihara.
Welcome to Generations Radio. I am Percy Ihara, your host. As you know, I'm the publisher editor of Generations Magazine. That the June-July issue is out and about, and the cover, if you haven't seen it yet, is it's actually a sandwich, believe it or not. Talking about the sandwich generation and baby boomers caring for their parents and also caring for their kids. So check it out on all the newsstands around town, most of the Safeway, Times and Longs, all the libraries statewide, even on the neighbor islands, and also at one of our favorite places to go, the Big City Diner and the YMCA. So anyway, it's out and about, and also you can go on our website, generations808.com, to view it there as well. Anyway, today is one of my favorite venues to go actually have a party and actually to go visit with my son, which is the Waikiki Aquarium. So welcome to the Waikiki Aquarium. We're going to have Laura Whitelock. Is that pronounced Laura? Whitelock, I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm, yep.
And Ben Suesue in the first program. And then later on, we're going to have volunteer Dave here. But anyway, Laura, welcome to the show. And thanks for bringing your volunteers. And they're all retired.
Yeah,
but they're not seniors, though, right?
Yeah, we don't like to call them that. Yeah. They're active.
Anyway, for those of you that, we know Waikiki Aquarium is one of the oldest, but I didn't realize it was the second oldest in the United States.
Second oldest, yep,
Wow.
That's exactly right.
So give us a little bit more background on the Waikiki Aquarium.
So second oldest, we just finished our 110th anniversary year. We're now on the 111th. Annually, we have about 300,000 plus people visiting us, and that's including 30,000 school-age children here from Hawaii. Last year, we opened a new exhibit, the Seahorse, Sea Dragon, and Pipefish exhibit, which is still open and flourishing.
Those seahorses are pretty cool. I've seen that.
We even have the little baby ones when we birth them there at the aquarium, and we have nursery areas too where you can see the.
I saw you did a segment on one of the television stations, and it was interesting that I was not aware. Maybe the public, you guys may not be aware that seahorses. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is it both males? What was that again?
No, so it's a female and a male that mate.
Okay.
However, it's the only true male birth.
The male carries the eggs.
Correct, and actually births them. We actually have a really neat video on exhibit showing that happen too.
And it's some several thousand eggs come out?
I think it can be anywhere from 300 to possibly 1,000. Yeah, it's many. Wow. Lots of babies.
Anyway, but you also do stuff with NOAA and the monk seals?
Correct. So we have a turtle program paired with NOAA. We also have our monk seals, Maka, Onauna, and Hawaiiailona. Maka just turned 31, so it's the oldest living monk seal in captivity, actually.
31?
Correct. Mm-hmm.
Was it caught in islands? You know?
I know he's from here because Hawaii monk seals are endemic to Hawaii.
Oh, it is? I didn't know that.
And Hawaiiailona is 7 years old now. Both of them can't survive in the wild, which is why they are in captivity here at the Waikiki Aquarium.
Wow.
We also have the peppermint angelfish, which is something that we like to boast about. It's very rare, and it's actually on loan from the Smithsonian Museum.
Wow. I noticed your previous director many years ago, actually now, Bruce Carlson, who was related to myself, his cousin, his wife is my cousin, but I know they've always had very unique
rare
exhibits.
Species.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and I always encourage people to go to the aquarium, but one of the things I did last year, which was probably one of the highlights, is I went to one of your concerts.
Okay.
It's coming up because this show is going to air in June, and so the concerts. Tell us a little bit about the concerts coming up.
So first off, the concerts start June 11th and end on June 6th. We have a fabulous lineup. You'll probably recognize a lot of these names. We have Kai Olu, Makana, Sean Na'au, Ben and Mila, Kavika Kahiapo, Raiatea Helm, Surreal, Pahinui, and Jerry Santos. And then Jake Shimabukuro is the last concert on August 6th.
August 6th.
Mm-hmm.
And what time are these? Are they
They're nighttime concerts.
Nighttime.
Yes.
Is it before? Is it just after sunset? I believe it is.
They start. I mean, everyone starts coming in when the
Yeah.
sun's still out, just so we can all get our seats. It's lawn seating, so you can bring blankets or.
I'll tell my engineer Kim she should go to one of these. These are really the setting, the way they set it
Magical.
up. It really is one of the nicest places to go to see a concert. It's not a. I mean, it's full, but it's not overly crowded.
It's
but
comfortable.
Yeah, it really is.
We usually have about 600 to 700 people on our lawn. All sorts of seating arrangements. So whatever you're comfortable sitting in on our lawn, bring that. And it's just the lower your seat is, though, the closer you're going to get to the stage. So you want to remember that.
Yeah, because you don't want to block anybody's view. That's a good point.
We have
That's a
rules
good
about
point.
ushering for that. Yeah. And we also have food and beverages supplied there. No outside food, but we have fabulous food vendors all throughout the series. And if you want to get tickets, you can go onto our waikikiaquarium.org website and find out everything there. We even have special rates for Friends of Waikiki Aquarium members.
And these are what, Friday or Saturday nights?
Thursday nights.
Oh, Thursday
actually.
nights. Oh, okay. It's every Thursday night during the summer.
Yep. So you have no excuse if your weekends are busy. You can still make it out during the
No,
week.
that's a good point. I mean, I went to, I believe the last one you guys had there, I can't remember, it was a Hawaiian group. I'm not sure who it was, but it was just fantastic. So yeah, guys, if you're out and about, you don't want to go out weekends, Thursday night's a great night at the Waikiki Aquarium. And what is this aquarium? What during the days you have a lot of, you guys have like a lot of kids in the daytime?
Yeah,
during the
especially
summer?
now that it's
Yeah.
summer. Since school let out, it's definitely picking up, and the tourist season is getting busier. So our education department are really focusing on developing some new activities for our visitors and kids, both alike. So actually, yesterday we just started a new Aqua Explorers activity. So it'll be out for everyone to participate in on Tuesday at 11 a.m. right in our lawn area. It's a Hawaiian fish identification. And they can try on masks and fins and even learn underwater fish signs. So if, let's say I see you in the water, we're going snorkeling together, and we see a turtle, I can just stack my hands on top of each other and wave my thumbs on either side, and you'll know that there's a turtle around.
And then, but do you guys have, so you have I know you have an area at the aquarium that you can touch the
Yes.
sea urchins, and is that still every day too?
That is every day. Yep, that's actually a volunteer program that we'll touch on later on.
Good.
Also on Wednesdays, so the other activity was Tuesday, right? And then on Wednesday, at 3 p.m., we have different science-related craft activities run by our education department also. And then we're just starting up our Summer by the Sea program, which is a summer camp. We have about 16 students enrolled right now. And they do everything from learning just about oceanography in general and here what it's related to here in Hawaii. It's a really educational summer camp. And
I
they
was
also
going to ask you about that because my son goes to the nature center quite a bit. He likes the outdoors, and actually he's on a 7-mile hike today. But I was going to ask you about that. So you only take 18? Is it 18?
There's 16 right
16.
now. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I'm actually not sure what number they cut off at, but I would encourage you to apply if you want. I'm sure the front desk or more information you could find out
Do
at.
you have different sessions throughout the summer?
We do. So we just started the one, and then in 2 weeks, another one will start.
Okay, I'll remember that for next year. And what grade does that go up to?
Actually,
an idea?
I'm not so sure. The education department runs
problem.
that program. And
Well,
they'll
yeah,
have
we can go to your
everything for
website, right?
you. Yeah, absolutely. Yes.
Okay. So what else is going on there? Because we want to get to Ben and Dave, our volunteers here.
All right. So this month, June, is World Oceans Month. It is an international month recognized to celebrate partnerships about people who are concerned with the ocean. This year, it's Healthy Oceans, Healthy Planet, and we kicked off the month by celebrating on June 6th with Outrigger Hotels launching their ozone sustainability commitment. We had also a algae cleanup, which we collected over 200 pounds of invasive algae, and we had 102 participants. And then on June 7th, we had a Lego enthusiast group, and they made these amazing Lego sculptures with surfboards and like coral reefs. And when they made the Lau Willy Willy Nuka Nuka Oi Oi into a big Lego sculpture as well.
Is it still up?
Unfortunately not, but I know some of the pieces will be going to JTB at their Ala Moana location.
Oh, good.
And then Duke's, Waikiki, and Matson had a beach cleanup at Baby Makapu to just kind of make sure that we're really looking at cleaning up the ocean this month and getting people involved. We also have Dr. Gail Grabowski with her Shaman Environmental Education class, and they're out doing water quality testing around the island, and we'll be getting results back from that soon. So it's another way the aquarium is really tying in the community to this.
Yeah, you guys have done a great job over there. Yeah, but like I said, the concerts are one of my favorite things to do. But you guys also, what I also like to do is we had a family reunion there once. I don't, you guys still allowed to rent
We
out?
do have events booking all the time. We even have a luau company who rents out our facility now, so you can go to a luau at the Waikiki Aquarium. So you get to have the luau experience and also go through our exhibits and everything.
Well, if you want to plan a reunion or a big venue, what does it hold? About a couple 300 people?
Yes, all the event details, the
website.
numbers of how many people you can have, tent rentals, everything like that.
But you can bring outside food, can't you?
Yes, you can rent your own vendor.
It's one thing about Hawaii. We went to a family reunion, and one of these big reunions that half the people you don't know because it goes back from I think my great grandfather came in 1890 or something like that. I mean, it was relatives of relatives of relatives, and I saw 3 people there, my friends of mine. I didn't know we were related. Third or fourth cousins there. What's amazing, we had about 120 people there. Everybody brings a dish, right?
Yep.
Man, you want to see a buffet Hawaii beats any other country in the state.
We have a lot of first birthdays and things that size as well.
It's a great venue to have events over there.
Weddings, everything. Graduation parties.
So your volunteers, you guys have a lot of volunteers. And, when I retire, hopefully in the next 10 years, when I meet Medicare age, I'm going to be retiring. And I'm looking at different opportunities. But Waikiki Aquarium would be one of my first thoughts. So your volunteer program, give us a little bit of background on that.
So basically, a lot of people don't know this, but when they come and visit the aquarium, there's only about 30 full-time staff people that actually help run the aquarium. That's everything from administration to accounting to front desk staff to everything like that. But we have about 260 to 300 volunteers. It depends on the season, because sometimes even if don't live here, you can travel here and just for the season and volunteer. So the ratio is 1 to 8 for staff and volunteers. So they really are the backbone of the aquarium and making sure things happen. I'm sure every time you visit, you've actually talked to more volunteers than you have staff.
Like I said, my Aunt Eileen, unfortunately, she's passed on, but she worked there, I believe, for 18 years in your gift shop. So I used to go visit her quite a bit, actually. But anyway, so you brought 2 of your volunteers. In the first segment, we're going to have Mr. Ben Suesue, a volunteer, but he's not a senior. Come on, he's probably younger than me.
I'm an official senior citizen. I'm retired and I'm over 55 years old. What do you want?
Great job. How long have you been volunteering now, Ben?
A couple years now.
Yeah. Well, can I ask why you specifically volunteer? You like the water specifically, or you live near the Waikiki Aquarium?
Well, yeah, actually, I always loved the ocean. We grew up, in the ocean with my dad and, family, my grandparents and everything, and the kids. And my one grandson, I'd watch him a couple times a week, and his favorite place, I said, where do you want to go? I want to go to aquarium. Papa, I want to see the fish. I want to see Nemo. I want to see the sharks. So that's what he would do that every single day.
Wow. Well, that'd be great. So can I ask what you retired from?
I was with the Honolulu Fire Department for over 30 years. I retired about 3 years ago.
Okay. Well, what's one of the best thing you love about Waikiki Aquarium? Why do you volunteer?
Well, what's nice about the Waikiki Aquarium is that the setting is incredible. You're right on the water, and you're in Waikiki, but yet you're surrounded by nature. On one side you got the water, the other side you got the plants and the park. So you're not like in a concrete jungle of a tourist resort.
Office, yeah.
And and to me, that's what makes Hawaii special. And I think that's what most people come to Hawaii to see, that and not just the buildings.
Yeah. Have you all done volunteer, or is this your first volunteer?
I used to volunteer. Even way back with my dad, we were involved in some saving the beach things like Sandy Beach and Port Lock Point in Hawaii. And as a kid, we're growing up, we'd always have school activities and sporting activities. And with the children, they'd have sports, and we'd have church activities and things like that.
Oh, great. And so in any specific volunteer programs you participate at the aquarium?
Yeah, with the aquarium, originally I started as an educator. So I go there Mondays from 11 to 1 for 2 hours. And we do the touch with the sea urchins and the hermit crabs and the seals. And then on Tuesdays with the docent program. And that Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, the schools in Honolulu come as excursions. And they normally come around 9 in the morning.
Right.
And there's 2 groups, 9 and 10. And then we would, while one group was having a classroom, then we take them for a quick 35-minute through the aquarium, and then we do the second one. And it's great. It's great seeing all the kids and great opportunities to learn about Hawaii.
Oh, good for you. What gets that? I'm just looking at this question. Give an example of what a docent shift is like. So you do that when you say docent. So you're doing the actual tours yourselves?
Yeah, we have one person who gives the classroom presentation, and normally, depending how many, about 6 or 7 docents, breaking up the groups into sizes from 4 to 8, depending how many come, and we do a spread out so we can do everything, and we rotate so they get to see the whole aquarium in about 35 minutes or so.
Yeah. Any special moments for you while you're doing the tours?
Well, I like it's interesting because you have the locals, and it's a lot of them are not that connected with the ocean, so you see them, and a lot of them are regulars with the young ones, and you can see when they evolve. When they first come, they're afraid, and then they get comfortable with the hermit crabs, and that's all they want to do. They don't want to do anything else. Then you have the visitors who come, and a lot of them, kind of freak out looking at the sea urchins and the pokies and the hermit crab, and then they just to see the joy on their face to just interacting with nature like that. And something so simple but yet very enjoyable and rewarding.
Well, that's good. And you have other involvement in community activities that you do in the community besides the aquarium?
Yeah, I help some, with the church, my mom's church, and the kids' schools, grandkids' schools, and their work, and I try and help as much as I can, and I think it's good to help others, and that's the most rewarding thing, just helping others, just for the sake of helping, nothing in specific in for return, but just to enjoy helping others.
So since you're a water guy, and when you went to the aquarium, did you actually learn more things about the ocean that you never learned before?
Yeah, I learned it from a different perspective because we grew up fishing, and my dad's from like Hana Maui, and my grandfather's fish. So we looked at the ocean as a producing for food and catching fish, and now it's more of a observation, looking, and I know most of the fish by their local names, but you learn the scientific names, and it's nice, and it's good to preserve it and just to see it and enjoy it instead of just catching it.
Yeah. What would you tell a senior out there, or like myself, because I play a lot of men's softball, as I told you earlier, and I play a lot of HBD CASA retired guys, and they retire in their 50s. And what do you do now? So they go surfing, they go fishing, but I'm trying to get them to do more volunteer like yourself. What would you tell them to do?
Well, supposedly, I guess the studies supposedly say that the sooner you retire, the longer you live. And, people ask me, what do you do when you retire? I say, well, whatever I want. And, I kind of always did whatever I want, but now it's really whatever I want. But, you find something that you enjoy and you like to do, and you just build on that. Or if not, something you would like to learn. There's a lot of people who, when they're hectic, busy working schedule, they don't have the time to do things. So, that's what I would find, something you want to do or something you want to learn about and enjoy it, and, start it with a little, slowly but surely, and then, just build up to it and try different things until you finally would like. It's like a little kid when you're learning to find out what sports you like. You try a whole bunch of different sports, and then you find one that, you might gravitate and like better for. But it's just so rewarding just going out and helping people and, just the smile, and that's it.
So you mentioned about the locals. What are the tourists, what differences when the tourists, when you talk to a tourist about, our ocean life here and versus where they're from? Do you get any unusual questions like that?
Oh, it's fun. I mean, I find it very, very fun just to talk to people and to see where they're from, what they do. And, like I said, there's some who are familiar with the ocean. Some have never seen the ocean, never seen a hermit crab, never touched anything. Yeah. And, just that look on their face, and they're afraid to touch it. And then when they touch it, they just like giggling. And, it's like, we have fun. I mean, we have hermit crab parties there. And, we call it hermit crab parties with the whole hand with all the hermit crabs in their hand. And I said, where else you just change your life? Where else are you going to do something like this?
That's very true. So can I ask how many hours a week that you volunteer at the aquarium?
2 hours on Mondays, 2 hours on Tuesdays. And then, if they have other things, I do other things sometimes. So, 4 hours a week for sure, and, sometimes more.
Oh, that's a pretty good lifestyle, huh?
It's great.
It must be different every day as well.
Well, and you can't beat the setting. I mean, you're there.
You
go outside looking at the ocean under the trees. You can go inside in the air-conditioned comfort, if it gets a little warm, and, look at the fish in the aquariums. And they do a really good job. They're taking care of things. And, it's something I think all of Hawaii should be very, very proud of. And, I'm also an alumni. I graduated University of Hawaii about way back in the 70s. But, it's part of the University of Hawaii. It's
Right.
part of us. That's the way I look at it. It's part of us. It's part of
A
our
lot of
state.
people don't know
it's
that it's part of the University. I didn't know that till about 5 years ago.
Yeah.
So great. But, there's other volunteer opportunities you have over there. Don't you do like beach cleanups and some other programs out there?
Oh, yeah. They have beach cleanups. And they also have the invasive algae cleanups in the back of the aquarium. They have different kind of other groups that come in. They have parties. Like my one daughter got married there. Beautiful setting, the sunset and everything like that. And if you come on Fridays, you even get the bonus of the fireworks, on at 7:45 coming down.
So you have a good view. I guess you have.
Yeah, you have a great view.
Yeah.
See, we sit that's one of our favorite places to go on Friday evenings, outside of the aquarium on the Queen Surf side, and it's a great view of the fireworks because you're away from the crowd and the congestion,
That's
and you have
true.
a nice angle because how Waikiki kind of curved like a bay, and you see it from there, and it's a great place to be.
Yeah, I used to go watch the fireworks, and recently I went maybe about a year ago, and I haven't gone in maybe 10 years. Now, if you don't get there like by 5:30, that whole parking lot is just jam packed with people, yeah. And that's one of the most famous barbecue places over there on Friday nights too, yeah. It's just, as the locals say, it's just choked with people out there.
Choke with people. Back in the days, it was Queen Surfs and, San Suzy, now called Kaimana Beach. But, that area, it's just so, I think it's so, personally, I think it's the best part of Waikiki. Because it's so, and thank God, whoever the politicians or government agencies were able to preserve it and keep it like that. It wasn't wall-to-wall building like some other parts of Waikiki. It's just a special part of Waikiki.
Yeah, hopefully that doesn't happen because the other side of Waikiki, Keowalla Basin, that side, oh my God, the condo. I was at Alamana Beach Park. I have a young son. My son's only 10. I started late. And I was at the Alamana Beach Park. We're throwing ball, and I looked up Mauka, and I saw 6 cranes by Alamana Shopping Center. There's a 7th one down by Blaisdell, yeah. But it's amazing the construction going on. So I'm glad that side of Waikiki is.
That's how it was back in the days in the 80s. That was the state bird, the crane. There was so much construction going on. Now it's like another, section of the generation, construction going on. And, even getting to the leeward side, heck, there's so much building. And hopefully they can, preserve. And that's what is so special about the aquarium. It teaches people to appreciate nature, preserve the ocean, because we're surrounded by water. And, you can really appreciate the ocean and learn, and, it's a good stepping stone. And from there, you can branch out and go a little further. Some people want to go snorkeling or diving. And it's just an incredible opportunity.
Well, I'm an Elks member, so I'm always on that side of Waikiki Beach. And my wife works in Waikiki, but it's just a great side of the Waikiki that I always love. It's more peaceful, less people, that's for sure. So, yeah, thanks for volunteering. But, Laura, and we have a little bit of time before the break. We're going to have Dave come up. Your gift shop is almost all volunteers, isn't it?
Yes, actually. So we have a gift shop manager. So that's, first of all, gift shop is a great way for volunteers that don't want to be out in the sun or in the heat. Both Ben and Dave are kind of in hotter areas of the aquarium, either outside or in the back of the house where it's a skylight. So it can get very warm. But if you're sensitive and you want to be in the air conditioning more, the gift shop, we have all the cashier, and then we also have volunteers come in and help the gift shop manager kind of do stocking and things like that. And you're doing the cash register, and you're standing under a big air conditioner. So it's a really good option if you want to still volunteer and get involved and meet people and help out, but not have to be outside.
Are the shifts like 2 hours at a time?
For gift shop, it's actually 4 hours. It's either 9 to 1 or 1 to 5. But for the other programs like Ben, like you said, it's 2 hours for aquarium educators, which is definitely manageable. Once you're out there, it goes by really fast. And then for the docents, it can, depending on how much students coming in, it can be about 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah, I think my son's been there with the what do you call those crabs again?
Hermit crabs.
Hermit crabs. Yeah, the hermit crabs. But you have a lot of different volunteer opportunities. You have a whole list here in the beach cleanups, right?
Yes. So in addition to gift shop, we also have office support something. So that's something you can also do inside, helping out any area in the aquarium. And then for special events and special like one-time volunteer opportunities. So if you don't feel like you're ready to commit to a regular schedule because you're not retired yet,
Not quite.
You just want to, okay, I have free time this one weekend. Let's get involved and do something. So it's a great opportunity to come out to an invasive algae cleanup. It's only 3 hours, and we educate you on invasive algae and then send you out in the water, and you're meeting lots of people and picking up some invasive species.
And I see you have a big event coming up on August 25th.
Yes, we have a beach cleanup. We're just going to start registration next week. Actually, by the time this comes out, it'll be already started. So you just send your information, your email to volunteer@waquarium.org, and I can send out a registration. And it's going to be on August 25th at Magic Island, a big beach cleanup.
Right. And then your other one is KKOKK?
Yeah, so actually, that's Kekani Ukakai. That's the concert series.
Oh, okay.
So these are other volunteer opportunities. So if you even want to attend the concert, but you're like, maybe I can double it up as volunteering, you can
Maybe they're
attend
looking
the
for a
concert.
DJ. You can volunteer to be a DJ there.
Yeah, look at that.
Or maybe our engineer Kim make you want to do that. World Ocean Month, which month? August?
So that's going on right now in
June.
July.
June or July?
June. Sorry. Yes, thank you. So all these different events, small family night in August, and then we have special talent projects, anything like
August
those.
28th, you have a family night.
Yes, August 28th.
And what, I got to check what day that is. So what are you guys doing that
I believe
night?
it's a Friday night.
A Friday.
Every year they come up with a special theme. Last year was superheroes. I have not heard the announcement for this year's theme yet, but it's a great night for the family to come out. Last year the kids got a cape and everything to wear around, and they got superhero badges, and they had to do little activities that are all superhero and marine related. So this
Is
year
there a cost for that?
there is a cost, yes.
Last year I went dressed as Spider-Man, and it was great because nobody could see my face, but I had fun with the kids, and it was great. Brought all the grandkids and everything. We had a blast. It was fun.
So what's the best way for them to sign up, Laura, as a volunteer?
That should be coming. To sign up as a volunteer. Okay. So you just go on our website once again, waikikiaquarium.org. Under the support section, there's a volunteer page, and all the options and programs are listed on there. And then the application is also on there.
Oh, great. We're going to take a short break, Laura. Next, we'll be back with Dave White, another volunteer, not a senior yet either, but is retired. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back with the Waikiki Aquarium.
We will be right back with Percy Ihara from Generations Radio. If you have any questions or want to be part of our discussion, give us a call at 296-5467. That's 296-5467. This is Generations Radio on AM 690 The Answer.
I was an addict from the age of 13. I finally decided it was time for a change. I walked into the Salvation Army Adult Rehabilitation Center, and that got me ready for the real world. Now, I choose to be guided by Jesus Christ, and today, I'm building a powerful and promising future, free from drugs and alcohol.
Please shop at the Salvation Army family stores. With our discounted sales, your support through your purchase helps men live a clean, sober, and productive life.
Simplify your life by opening a My Social Security account. What's My Social Security? It's a secure, online account that allows you immediate access to your personal Social Security information. During your working years, you can use My Social Security to view your Social Security statement, to check your earnings record and see estimates of the future retirement, disability, and survivor benefits you and your family may receive. If you receive benefits, you can get a benefit verification, check your benefit and payment information, change your address and phone number, and even change your direct deposit information. Open a My Social Security account today and simplify your life. Just visit www.socialsecurity.gov/myaccount. While you're online, check out all the other things you can do at www.socialsecurity.gov.
Today, more than ever, we local people are living longer than any other state in the Union, with more seniors, baby boomers, and caregivers. Generations Radio promotes the importance to be proactive as we all age. The radio team will focus on issues facing our seniors and their families, finding resources to navigate healthy aging along with financial, legal, and caregiving information. So join Percy Ihara from 5 until 6 each Saturday right here on AM 690, The Answer. Focusing on the issues facing our seniors and their families today. Here's our Generations Radio host, Percy Ihara.
Welcome back to Generations Radio. We're here every Saturday from 5 to 6 and Sunday from 3 to 4 here on AM 690, The Answer. And so thanks to Waikiki Aquarium today. I did want to just cover a few things in the June-July issue. As you guys know, our upcoming big event of the year, the 9th Annual Aging in Place Workshop, is on August 15th. It's from 8:30 to about 2:45 at the Alamana Hotel. It is free, by the way. So I know in the magazine we didn't put free on there, but it is free because I've been getting a lot of calls. All you do is come when you want to come and leave when you want to leave. We do not serve any lunch. So during the half hour, the midday break, we will be serving cake because we are going to celebrate 80 years of Social Security, believe it or not. But yeah, just go over to Alamana Center, pick up a bento and come back. It's an all-day event. We have 18 different workshops going on, 6 workshops going on at any one time. And we'll do 18 in the morning and we'll repeat them in the afternoon. We'll cover things like Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, aging in place, legal, financial. Alzheimer's is going to be in a big hibiscus room. So if you're a family member or neighbor or cousin, relative dealing with Alzheimer's or dementia, the Alzheimer's Association is putting on 3 great programs. One of my favorite topics is actually aging, which is healthy aging with Dr. Shintani. We'll be talking about that and probably be giving out a few recipes, as well as Declutter Hawaii. We'll be speaking about aging in place, but more so about decluttering your home. We have a whole bunch of caregiving tips for you out there and also fall prevention. And then my personal trainer, Diane Cadena, will be there, as well as the Plaza Assisted Living, talking about all the different assisted living places in the state of Hawaii. So check it out. You do not need reservations. I will recommend you come early, like about 8 o'clock, because it will be very, very busy. And it's first come, first serve for all the rooms and all the presentations. So anyway, our second volunteer, by the way, Ben, thank you very much. I know you got a passion for volunteering, so I'll probably see you one day.
My pleasure. Glad to be here.
Yeah, Ben Suesue. Next, we got Dave White. Dave, welcome to the show. And you've been a volunteer for a little while as well, but you're young. You're not a senior either.
I am a senior. I come to the Waikiki Aquarium as a 40-year retired science teacher here in the community.
In oceanography or at the water?
Math and science in general. And after retirement, my wife, who also volunteers at the aquarium and teaches with Ben on Tuesday mornings, said that after we finished home remodeling that maybe I ought to try to get involved. And so I work in the live exhibits and back, so the focus is a little bit different for me.
Oh, good for you. What do you, in your retirement, since you guys are both young retirees, how important is volunteering to you and your lifestyle now? Because you don't have to worry about anything serious. You don't have to get up making appointments all day long. You get to volunteer. Right. What's really, how good is that in retirement? Right.
Well, I see retirement as a way to, as Ben put it, to stay young. And I think that for those of us who have been provided a lot, I think a lot of is expected. I think it's just putting back in the system, which has been so good to us. I think also I think volunteering in general is a way to stay in the game, get out of the chair, get out and get busy. I think the whole mind-body connection and volunteering and meeting new people, I think that's vitally important to staying well.
Yeah. I can't remember who mentioned that many years ago, that volunteering is like paying the rent to live in this world. And in Hawaii specifically with the Waikiki Aquarium, what they give to our kids out there, if anything, is so wonderful. But why the Waikiki Aquarium? Because you were not an oceanographer, you were a scientist, but why the Waikiki Aquarium?
Yeah. Well, both my wife and I are water people.
Great.
We sail, we're boat owners, we spend a lot of time in the ocean. And for us, the Waikiki Aquarium, that was an easy choice because we consider it to be payback for all the joy that the ocean has brought us in our lives. It's our personal belief as well that with education comes appreciation, and with appreciation comes better caretaking. And so the work while I'm not teaching youngsters at the aquarium like Ben and my wife, it's vitally important that young people in our community learn to appreciate what we have and be better stewards of these inshore waters that we're so lucky to have.
Well, you guys are good role models because I really do recommend everybody give back in some form or fashion. Waikiki Aquarium is a great place, but can you tell us what kind of programs you work on at the Waikiki Aquarium?
Right. I was tabbed as a live exhibits guy, an LE guy, who's lucky enough to actually get to work behind the scenes with the aquariums. I clean aquariums, I feed fish, I'm able to fix things in back, and so on. And so I just feel privileged to be hanging with these biologists and scientists and people who know more than I. And it's really neat to be a part of that. I consider the Waikiki Aquarium to be a kind of a small jewel in Waikiki.
It really is.
My wife, another retired science teacher, 30 years, we travel and we go to aquariums and children's museums and so on. This is sort of what we do. And there are aquariums on the mainland that they do knock your socks off, but by the end of the day, you've seen half of it. You're exhausted and you're feeling guilty. But what we have here in Waikiki is an opportunity on, I don't know, 4 acres, 5 acres, in that very special setting. And I think what we do, we try to do it right. The animals that we keep, we try to do our very best with those, and it's always an ongoing process. But I think that the Waikiki Aquarium is a very, very special place in our community.
Yeah. And about how many hours a week do you volunteer as well?
Yeah. I help on Tuesday mornings for a couple of hours, 9 to 11, and then on Saturday mornings as well. But the nice thing about volunteering, I can come in early, I can stay late if I'm involved in a project, things like that. If I miss one of those times, I let the gang that I work for, I let them know I'll come in, and I sometimes do a little makeup. One of the nice things about volunteering in the community is that you, as being an unpaid volunteer, you get on the calendar, well, we'll be on the mainland or we'll be out for a couple of weeks or something like that. And so the guilt factor isn't as great when you're a volunteer and you can't make a couple because you'll be traveling or something like that.
Well, it's good because you can plan ahead because you know where you're going to travel, right?
That's correct. And just letting them know. But it is sort of liberating after a lifetime of work, getting up in the dark and getting in the car and all that stuff. To be able to drive around town when it's not rush hour is a pure joy. One of them in retirement to me.
Yeah, you don't want to be going out at 8 o'clock in the morning and all the traffic.
No need. No need.
Can I ask you any favorite fish or sea urchin animal that you like to work with over there?
Yeah, hard to imagine, but I've gotten very involved with jellies. We call them jellyfish, and of course they're not fish. They're sea jellies. But who knew how fascinating that they could be? And one of the ladies that I work for is a jelly specialist. And I spend time in the galleries whenever I'm down at the aquarium, and I observe people as well as seeing how our exhibits are doing. And where they spend the most time standing. And there are certain exhibits, the Jelly Gallery is one of those where the lighting that we have, they're sort of mesmerizing, actually.
They are.
And you watch them, and it's almost hypnotic. And who knew that they could be so beautiful, but so interesting. They don't live a long time. We're breeding them out back. It's rather interesting. We here in Hawaii, because of our place in the tropics, we're able to farm coral. We raise coral, and we sell coral on a worldwide market. We trade with other aquariums around the world. We have quite a coral farm out back because a lot of sunshine and a lot of warm water. Now, that was a downside last summer when we had extremely warm inshore water and an overabundance of sunshine. Remember July and August? Mm-hmm. Okay. And we were actually getting coral bleaching in the Edge of the Reef exhibit where Ben does a lot of the hands-on work. And we were having bleached corals in our own exhibit. And some of our farmed corals out back, we were putting up shade cloth. The coral is actually just a skeletal structure. The living animals in coral are called zooanthellae. And when it gets very warm or too sunny, the zooanthellae leave. That's the colorful part of corals. And if they leave, the coral will eventually die. Now, a lot of our corals inshore and in the Hawaiian Islands in general have really come back. Of course, the water cooled down in the winter, but we're keeping an eye on the impending El Nino, which sometimes means warmer water and drier winters here in Hawaii. But we not only farm coral, but we breed jellyfish out back, and we sell those to mainland aquariums, and we trade sea jellies with Atlanta, Tennessee, the Carolinas, and so forth. So we have some species in the aquarium that are not from local waters. And of course, we have permits for those, but that we trade. We'll send tropical sea jellies to other aquariums, and then we will acquire sea jellies, for instance, from the Atlantic Ocean to put on exhibit. So we do some horse trading, and we do some selling, and,
I didn't know
and so on. Yeah.
Well, the jellyfish are very fascinating. I mean,
They
I
are.
mean, I'm colorblind, but the different variation of colors and just the formation of the jellyfish, it can form so many different sizes and
Body shapes.
Body shapes.
Yeah, and often it's interesting because function sort of follows form. The sea jellies that are that prey on fish and stinging nematocysts and so on as a way to capture and stun prey and so on will have very long tentacle structures.
Right.
Because they need lots of nematocysts and venom and so on to stun fish. But the moon jellies, for instance, that we have on exhibit and that are found in the marina at Hawaii Kai,
You mean like the wide,
periodically
you
in
call
the
that
Ala.
moon? We call that moon-like shape.
This so-called bell and so on. But they don't have hanging tentacle structure beneath them. Because indeed they don't prey on fish. They're planktivores.
Prey on humans.
Yeah, no, they don't. In fact, when you brush against them, it's just very very light and numbing.
It's so scary to people. I mean, I'm scared of.
Oh, because we've all been stung by men of war on Windward Beach.
Just 2 weeks ago. Yep.
Sure.
Yeah, spoil your whole day. But
you just gotta pee on it, right? Is that right, Ben? You're a local boy. You gotta pee on it, right?
Heat works better. Hot water, or you like Tiger Balm or
Really?
deep heat. Oh yeah, it works really well.
So you might, as a scientist yourself, I mean, working with these biologists and oceanographers, isn't that something fascinating? Must be really fascinating to you.
It is, and the conversations that they have, and we have a library in the workroom, the live exhibits gang, and so on. And that's why I feel so lucky to work with these people. They have a vast knowledge base. Many of them have always been interested in animals as well as the ocean. You kind of find out that some of them have aquariums at home, and they keep carnivorous plants, and they do just all sorts of interesting things. Their hearts are in it. You might assume, I did a little bit, that aquarium staff, I can't speak for the zoo, or zookeepers in general, you might get a little bit callous or jaded after many years of working with animals. But these people are just as enthused about animals as the children that come through the galleries. And we almost collectively mourn if an animal is sick or something like that. And the level of concern I find pretty neat. I'm the oldest guy there as a volunteer, but I'm working with a lot of young people. But their level of enthusiasm for the animals and for taking care of them and for the aquarium in general, it's very high.
Yeah, well, my auntie worked there over 18 years in a gift shop, and she loved working there, Auntie Eileen. So it's great. But do you get involved outside your exhibit duties at the aquarium? Do you do other things?
I do. Both my wife and I help with the summer concert series. Either at the gate or I'm often out in the parking lot.
You can listen for free then.
Yeah, that's true.
He goes where we need him, for sure.
Yeah, I thought about volunteering at some of these lower stadiums because I see these volunteers and get to watch the game for free.
Right. That's pretty neat. We help with the algae cleanups and so on, and I've gotten involved in other ways with the aquarium. I think if you have fun volunteering as an old retired guy like me, it becomes sort of infectious. While my real formal volunteering is with the aquarium. I help out at my old school with beekeeping and with raising Hawaiian plants in a nursery that we have, and
Cool.
so on. So yeah, I'm sometimes too busy, but it's pretty neat.
That's what everybody tells me. I'm busier now because I get to do more things, and you get to really pick and choose the things that you're passionate about. Yeah.
I think so. Sticking your toe in that pool after retirement, I think you have to be a little bit selective and stand back and go with what pleases you, and so on. But gosh, I'm thinking there's so many agencies in town that are in need of volunteers. Indeed, I don't think many of them could run the programs that they do.
Oh, absolutely.
Without helpful people coming and helping out.
Absolutely. Our April-May issue featured Coralie Matayoshi at the Red Cross. And in that specific issue, if you can find it or go online, because we archive all the issues, there's a list, a 2-page list of different volunteer opportunities out there. But I recommend everybody to do that. But you guys have a recognition program, Laura, and they must appreciate you a great deal out there.
Oh, they do. My inbox on my email is filled with invites for the aquarium. They make us feel needed. They appreciate us. They treat us well. They invite us back for programs in the evening and so on. So no, they treat you mighty good down there at the aquarium, and we appreciate that.
Well, yeah, even the joy that you receive from the customers there is wonderful. You feel how much they enjoy and how much they appreciate what you're doing to help them. I mean, it's funny. People always want to give me money. I said, no. Especially the foreigners, they want to give me money. I said, no, I can't. It's like, but it's great. I mean, just to see the smile on their face and knowing that, you're sharing a part of Hawaii and the aloha spirit and everything. It's just very, very, very rewarding.
Yeah, it's great. Back to Laura now. So you folks do different things for your volunteers.
Yes. Like I said before, their volunteers are really the backbone of the aquarium, so we make it a point to really appreciate them. First off, we have just general benefits that they get once they become a full-time, or not full-time, but a regular volunteer. They get membership for themselves for the entire time they're a volunteer. So even if they're not there to volunteer and they just want to bring in family or friends, they get in free, and they can even buy discount tickets for the family and friends. And then every year for Christmas, we give them 5 passes to bring their family and friends as well throughout the year. We also have talks and all sorts of educational events that either we're hosting or other places are hosting that we're partnering with. And we can get tickets either for discounted or for free, and we just give them out in the volunteer center. So that's also a great way for make sure our volunteers are really knowledgeable and when they're interacting with the public.
So they have to be trained before you can volunteer. So what kind of time frame from the time they interview and find the program they want to work with to when they would actually go on the floor, as they say?
So it does all depend on the program. Gift shop is an individualized training. You come in and you shadow another gift shop volunteer, and you aren't alone until you're comfortable. For docents, it's actually about a 3-week program, 3 nights a week and a couple of hours a night. And then after that, you're all ready, and that's actually starting in September. And so if you want to join that, you have to just let us know and apply, and we can get you on the list. And then for educators, we even have an online training program now, so it's very flexible. Wow. So you can do it at your own pace, and then you come in for 2 one-on-one sessions, and they're lasting each an hour with one of our education department employees. And then after that, you're ready to start as a volunteer. So it does depend on the program, but sometimes they start the day up for live exhibits, and for Dave Works, they're hands-on training with the biologist. So it's a really neat experience.
And you get to wear slippers.
No slippers.
No slippers?
Oh, and in the back.
Yeah.
You were?
No, I'm on
slippers?
In the back, actually, there's a rule that we wear
shoes?
Covered shoes. So most of us are in Crocs.
Mm-hmm.
I think the fear is that we drop something heavy on our toe.
Yeah.
I see. But with exhibitors, you can wear slippers.
Yes. If you're walking around the aquarium, you can
It's
wear
matching
slippers.
shorts. Was that yellow shirt? I'm colorblind. Is it yellow?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We do have volunteer shirts, so they're...
This is the official volunteer shirt.
I see that over there.
With the lau wili wili nuku nuku oi oi.
And then we also have appreciation events, too. For a lot of our volunteers, especially those that are into retirement, some of them don't have family out here anymore. And so we have a holiday party near Christmas time where we invite volunteers and then a guest as well. And it's a kind of like a potluck style. So like you said, a huge buffet, but then we also bring some catered food in as well, sometimes entertainment. This last year we had a bunch of fun games that they could all play in and crafts and activities. And we have a raffle. We have some community partners that give us contest prizes that we can give out to our volunteers. And then we just had our spring luncheon a couple months ago at, where was it?
Cafe Julia.
Cafe Julia, that's right.
Oh, I was just there for the event last week, Friday.
Isn't it gorgeous
Yeah, it's
there?
great setting.
Yes. It's
Great. Was that
gorgeous
daytime
setting.
or nighttime?
It was
Evening.
Yeah, it was
Evening. Oh, yeah, they had the
evening.
lights on, too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, beautiful.
Beautiful.
Very nice.
Oh.
And
Can children volunteer?
so our youngest volunteers are around 14. It really depends on when it becomes to teenagers. We do a very individualized interview process. We want to make sure that they're really wanting to volunteer, and it's just not their parents
right.
trying to get them out of the house. So we look for maturity, and then we have team programs during the year. Some schools allow their teens to come to the aquarium and volunteer and recognize it as school credit. And then we also have a summer team program starting in July during the Wednesdays, and they'll be interacting with the public, and they'll go through educational training as well.
Wow, that's a lot of volunteerism over there. Because my son is 10, so we're slowly getting him involved to volunteer at different programs around town. He's going to start volunteering at the nature center, which he likes the outdoors. So ocean is something that we're slowly going to get him into. I like the ocean as well, but it's just a great opportunity for volunteers out there. Ben, any last word of encouragement or just what we love to do with volunteering at the aquarium?
Yeah, like I say, it's a great place to be. You know, you can't beat the setting. You got the water. You know, it's like in the old Hawaiian days, from the mountains to the sea. You got, on one side you got the ocean, on the other side you got Diamond, and you got all the green nature's blessings in between. We're all so blessed to be here in Hawaii, and the Waikiki Aquarium is one of those special places within our special place.
Dave?
Yeah. The ocean out there is a very patient resource, considering the way that we treat it. We have a population corridor from Waipahu to East Honolulu of, I'll make a guess, 500,000 or 600,000 people. And when you think of the fact that these waters, with all those people right now standing waist deep and so on in Waikiki, and the sunscreen and the this and the that, and they run off from the land and so on, I think that the aquarium is educationally trying to really fill a niche there with young people and people in general, and make them realize how precious that resource is to our life quality, but it's also the economic engine which is driving our state economy. And so protecting those waters and taking care of them and so on, I think is vitally important. And I think that the aquarium, importantly, is providing a role in that.
It's a great resource for us, and as you volunteers, as you can tell, it's been great. Laura, thank you so much. So it's waikikiaquarium.org, or is there a phone number they can call if you want to volunteer?
For volunteering, my direct line actually is 440-9020, and you reach me, and I can help you with any of your questions or concerns or application or anything like that.
Yeah, or just dip your toe in the water, right, guys? Thank you so much. I appreciate it. You will be in the next issue of Generations Magazine, by the way. We're going to do an article on the aquarium there. So thank you so much. And hopefully someday you'll see me over there as well. Anyway, we're here every Saturday from 5 to 6 and Sunday from 3 to 4 here on AM 690 The Answer. As well, go to generations808.com. Last, I did want to remember, you got to like our Facebook. I didn't even know you have to like the Facebook. You have to like your Facebook. So please go to our website, our Facebook page. It's Generations Magazine. We're on LinkedIn with Generations Magazine. We also have a Twitter account. I don't know how Twitter works, by the way, but we have an account. But go to Facebook. You can check us out there. But as well, generations808.com. And you can listen to all our radio shows there at their website. So anyway, thank you so much. Look out for our June, July issue. And of course, August 15th, our 9th annual AGM Place workshop at the Alamana Hotel. As always, aloha and live well.